Hey Yamaha TDUB Club members, ownership is membership to the Yamaha TDUB Club. GC Rad 1 here, and sorry I've been offline here for a bit, but I've made the big move from California to Alabama. Technically Alabama is my home state. I lived here until I was about 17 years old and then moved out west. Actually, I went to Atlanta for 2 years and then on to California. But nevertheless, my family and I are back living in Alabama. They never lived here. I brought them with me. But anyhow, all aside from that, just letting you know that I went through the big move across the country, and I'm here, and I will be riding in the Talladega National Forest quite a bit, since that's my old stomping grounds, and it's the biggest forest here in the state, and I hope to explore as many corners of it as possible. But you will see me going in and out of the forest in the southern portion around the Sylacauga Sycamore area, because that's close to where I'm living. And you know, I don't like to haul my TW too much. I like to ride from the house, and I'm technically closer to the Talladega National Forest than I was in California to my local riding area of Saddleback. So that's kind of a hoot, and it's just kind of country back roads to get there. So I'm pretty excited about that. I went the other day to shoot my first ride video from Alabama. Got all, you know, had to get everything unpacked and get everything sorted out and got loaded up. I mean, it took 2 days just to try to like get everything together so I could go do this ride. And got my camera loaded up and did everything. And as soon as I hit dirt, I turned the GoPro on and I heard it shut back off. And I kept riding and I hit the button to go again and it went back off. And I'm like, oh man, like this is bad, this is not good. So I pulled over, pulled my helmet off, pulled the GoPro out, and I hit the on button again and it said no SD card. And I'm just like, oh man. But I'm like, hey man, I'm already out here, I gotta ride, I gotta do one for me. But I still took photos, and I'll share those photos in the video here as I'm talking, just so you can see. But I've already been on a couple of websites and checking out, you know, the Talladega National Forest, you know, see what moto guys are riding out here, looking at it on Instagram, you know, hashtag, you know, DualSport Talladega and Talladega National Forest and all that kind of good stuff. But I'll come back around to that in a minute, because I'll talk more about the ADV rider thread that I found for the Talladega National Forest. But winter riding season's coming in Alabama. It gets freaking cold. Usually in Southern California, me and my man Nick from Till Death DualSport and Jason from Pedals Bike Shop and, you know, Robert Idle Hands Racing, I think he's Idle Hands Adventure now, I can't remember. But we like to ride in the winter time out there, but we would typically go to the desert in the winter. And it still gets cold in the desert even, but they're mild winter days. Here in the south though, it gets cold. And so a product that I made sure to keep a close hand on was my HIPPO Hands. And these bad boys were like game changer last winter out in California. So I'm looking to see how much of a game changer these bad boys are going to be here in the state of Alabama, where it gets really cold. And yeah, I plan on doing some winter riding out here, because like, why not? But you can see how easy these things go on. They just clip on. I'm probably doing this one upside down, but look at that. Boom and boom, you're ready to go ride and not freeze your hands off. Ba-bam! So on that note, you probably saw the Instagram post. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But my boys at HIPPO Hands posted a discount code. I don't know how long the sale is going for, but they are doing a 15% off sale. And so I kind of took their graphic and they sent it to me in an email, and I had some dude on a KTM busting across the landscape. So I just made my own. I don't know. I like these guys, I like what they do, so yada yada yada. I will post all of these links and things that I'm talking about down in the description here on the video. So So there you have it. If you're down to go riding in the wintertime, definitely need to check out some HIPPO Hands. And these are the adventure models, and that's the ones that they're having this sale on. And they said right here, are you prepared for fall dirt season? Well, dang by golly, I'm ready, and I'm looking forward to riding some icy cold trails this winter. Might have to make me some studded ice tires. I don't know, but it's going to be a whole new adventure riding gear selection for me, I'm sure, for this winter. I've actually pedaled out here during Christmas one year, and it was like plastic bags over the socks, more plastic bags over the shoes, triple layers. Believe me, it gets really cold out here. So anyhow, that's something for you guys to check out. Since I'm talking about some different companies, and sorry, this is not a ride video, this is just kind of like, hey, yeah, and you guys probably saw me getting my shop set up to do some studio work in, and it's been raining here for the past 2 days. I went to go flip the lights on inside the shop, no lights, barely a little flicker. I don't know what's happening, but water's obviously in the line somehow. Everything has just been a chore and a lot of work here. Kind of, on the little homestead here. But I am on my property, and yes, this tree is on my property. And I've been clearing and hacking away, and I already got a little trail going around the shop, and I plan on having a trail to go through here. So I'm like really excited about having just a little 2-second lap spot around my place here. But anyhow, on to some other promo stuff. And since winter's coming, if you're not riding, you want to be reading about riding and dreaming about riding. So my boys over at ADVMOTO Magazine, I don't know if you guys have subscribed to this magazine or checked them out. You maybe follow them on Instagram or Facebook, or maybe, I think they have YouTube. I'm not real sure. I need to do my homework there. But give these guys a check out. I'm not saying subscribe to them, but maybe you do want to subscribe to them, because out here in the country, you need a little bit more reading material versus online material. Yeah, that took a few days too for me to get online. Internet's is a modern world out here. So yeah, give these guys a check out, and all that kind of good stuff. So since I'm talking about them, I'll talk about one of my old school favorite, ADVrider.com. This is the forum that I did my motorcycling through. When I got my XR400, I had a thread on here. When I got my KTM 950 Adventure, I built the thread on here. And if you guys want to go back and look at some of my old crap, I'm GC Rad 1 on ADV Rider. I'm GC Rad 1 pretty much everywhere. But anyhow, these guys just sent me an email saying that they too are coming out with a magazine. I don't know if it's a magazine or more of a paper book profile of some adventures and stuff. Technically, we don't know exactly what we're getting, but they said it's going to be 128 pages of color. From what I gather, there's going to be very little ads. And so it's kind of like part of the adventure of finding out what you're going to get. But they listed off some of the guys that I've been following for quite some time that are going to be contributing to the mag, and then they have an interview with Ricky Brabeck, which is really cool because he's from Southern California there, and he's our big Dakar winner this past year. Our two American winners that we had in the Dakar was Casey Curry and the UTV, and Ricky Brabeck on the motorcycle. So if you're a Dakar fan, which kind of is a offshoot of this whole adventure riding thing, I don't know, I'm like super into all that kind of stuff. So we don't have a whole lot of Americans racing in that series, and the fact that we got two guys on the podium this year, super rad. And me knowing Casey Curry personally is actually really cool, because in my previous work when I was working for Axial RC, we did a Casey Curry edition Jeep, and all that kind of good stuff. So I've hung out with him, been to his shop out in Corona, we've done some RC rock crawling with him, all that kind of good stuff. Really crazy kind of cat. He never sits still. So that's ADV Rider, and I will put links down below again to get to their magazine, get to their forum, yada yada yada, all that kind of good stuff. And so yeah, today I'm coming to you very analog out here in the woods behind my shop. So while you're at it, I don't know why you would waste your time. Yeah, got neighbors with some hound dogs. But anyhow, this is the TDUB Club. This is my website that I try to have a lot of reading content when you're tired of watching video content, when you're trying to do some good research. I'm continually trying to create blogs around our TW200s and just trying to make a resource for you guys. So anyhow, another good thing to check out if you're bored. I don't know why you would check out my page, but thank you for those that you guys do check it out. I really appreciate that. And I had a few people hitting me up about TDUB Club stickers and patches. I've sold all out of patches, and I'm sorry that I don't have any more right now. Those were very expensive to get made, and back when I was working and making good money, I paid for them all up front and had them. I was sitting on them for a little while, and then we released them and started getting stickers. I'll have stickers before I have patches. So I just gotta get, it's one day at a time out here, and even though you set out to do that one thing that day, doesn't mean you're gonna get it done that day. Because I have a lot going on here at this house, just trying to get everything set up, trying to get everything ready for winter, and it's required a lot of yard work, and I'm like eat up with poison oak just from clearing these woods. My brother brought me some juice that I'm gonna get rid of all this poison oak. But man, I tell you, like, me and poison oak have not been friends, and that's why I love the desert so much, because there's no poison oak in the desert. I mean, there may be by the streams and all that, but if I'm in the desert and I see something green, I'm like staying away from it. But out here, it's unavoidable, and me and poison oak have had a long history. Like, I'm like calamine lotion, and then I found my Fels-Naptha soap. I've been doing everything possible to stay treated. I mean, I should be wearing long sleeve shirts and pants when I'm out here working in the yard, but the times that we were out here working, it was like 85 degrees, very humid, and just me being dumb, I had to get back in it and get the poison oak to remind myself of why I hate poison oak so much. And this place is just infested with poison oak, poison ivy, and poison sumac. But I got to get it out of here, so I can't run over all of it with my knobby tires, but I'll be getting a handle on this. But I'm like excited that I have trees on the property here. Anyhow, I posted on Instagram a thing about the studio and the shop, and asked what you guys would like to see video topic wise that's not writing videos, and there's a couple of guys that responded, but they responded with several different great answers, and I hope to tick off those as much as possible. I'll probably pick off the easier ones first and get after it, and then hopefully real soon I will be getting a actual video, a ride video from the Talladega National Forest. Oh, also too, I'm gonna I don't have my ADV80 here, so getting my TW around is not possible at the moment. I do have a little Ford Ranger that kind of came with the place, but it requires some work. And why I'm saying all this is, if you're up in the North Carolina area this weekend, or actually I should say the weekend of the 16th, 17th, 18th, or 18th, 17th, 18th, 19th, I don't know, I'll post it, but if you are a TDUB person that's on the TW200 World Facebook page, there's an event that has like, I think about 10 guys that are showing up in North Carolina this coming weekend. Today's Sunday. It's this coming weekend. I don't even know the date. I've been like losing track of dates and times, but I will post a link to that down below, but you actually have to be already signed up or a member on the Facebook page. But I'll link to that and all that. If I can get the Little Ranger running and everything sorted out this week, I plan on driving up Thursday or Friday if everything comes together, or if someone's traveling through Alabama and going up there and wants to give me a ride, I'm down to pitch in for gas. You know, let's go. Anyhow, I'm excited to be out here and looking forward to a completely different riding terrain, which is originally my old school terrain growing up. So it's kind of fun and kind of exciting, and yeah, that's it for GC Rad 1, Yamaha TDUB Club. Peace! We'll see you guys in TDUB land. Alright, cut, break, ciao.